guys. So before we begin, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself something. Have you ever wondered why you are the way you are? Why certain patterns keep repeating in your life? Why you feel deeply connected to some people and completely drained by some people? Why your soul feels pulled towards something bigger, something you can't fully explain? If even one of these questions touched you, then you are exactly where you need to be. Yes, welcome to Cosmic Dharma Academy. I am Monica, and today we are stepping into the ancient science that answers these questions with clarity, compassion, and cosmic truth. That is Vedic Astrology. So when I came first across Vedic Astrology, that was 20 years back, I was not searching for predictions. I was just searching for understanding. I wanted to know why certain challenges kept showing up, why I felt called towards spiritual work, why my inner world felt so different from what people saw on the outside. And when I opened my birth chart for the first time, guys, it felt like some magic, that someone has handed me a mirror that reflected not just my personality but my soul, why I am doing that, why I'm not doing this, what are my relationships, why are my relationships not working towards the way that I want to, why my work is not going the way that I want to, and what I should do. That's when I realized Vedic fortune, Vedic astrology isn't fortune telling, it's soul telling. Trust me, guys. So let's begin with the basics. Vedic astrology, also known as Jyotish, means the science of light. It's a 5,000-year-old system from India that uses sidereal zodiac, which means the actual positions of stars in the sky when you were born, or whosoever person you are looking at. So, but what makes Vedic astrology truly special? So it just doesn't describe who you are, but it explains why you are the way you are. It will reveal your karmic patterns, your soul purpose, your emotional tendencies, your strengths and challenges, the dynamics of your relationships, your spiritual lessons that you are going to have in this lifetime, and the timing of event through the dasha system that we read. So it's a cosmic blueprint, which means a map of your soul, which is chosen before you were born. And when you are born, that exact position of stars, planet, is your birth chart. So this is your birth chart, the planets that actually are there during your birth, and how they move will be here. The movement and the birth chart together combined makes your karmas, your soul purpose, your life path, and everything. So let's start learning both of them. So in this video, we will be talking about three basic concepts, which means Lagna, Sun, and Moon. So Lagna means your ascendant, your Lagna Rashi means the sign that was rising in the east at the moment of your birth. It is the starting point of your entire birth. It can be Aries, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn, anything. It is the first house of your birth chart. It's basically the front door. That means you enter a house, it is the first position. So Lagna is the first position, first house in your birth chart. You can see it here, that this is the Lagna of this particular chart. So if your chart is a story, if you talk, Lagna is the main character of that story. And why Lagna is important rather than a moon sign or sun sign? Because Lagna shows your life path. That means the direction in which your soul wants to walk in this lifetime. Personality. It will show the personality, how you appear to the world, your natural behavior, your energies. Your sun sign, moon sign can be different and Lagna will be completely different, or these three can be same, or these three can be different. So the three positions, that means Lagna, Sun, and Moon. These three positions are very important in your birth chart to understand. Your Lagna is your physical body, personality, your life path, your mindset, and approach towards life. It shows the entire chart structure, the sign in which your Lagna is placed, how the planets are going to behave, and how your karma unfolds. So basic foundation of your horoscope is your Lagna. So if you also want to know what your Lagna is, you can send me your details, or you can just log on to any of the astrological website and you can get your Lagna. Comment your Lagna. So easy steps in calculating your Lagna would be, you need to know your exact date of birth, time of birth, and exact place of location. Open any of the astrological websites that you like, enter your details and just click on search. The first house that comes in, and it will be mentioned as Ascendant AS or LA. So that would be your Lagna. And be careful about the timing, because every 2 hours the Lagna changes. So even a second, a fraction of minute, Lagna changes. So even if you have seen that there are two twins, the twins who have born have a completely different destiny. It's because of the change of Lagna. One can be in Aries Lagna, another can be in a Taurus Lagna, or even a Pisces Lagna, depending on the timeline that is there. So some examples are like, if you are Aries Lagna, you are a bit bold, direct and energetic kind of a personality. Taurus Lagna, you are a bit calm, grounded, because it's an earth sign. And like Gemini would be quite curious and a talkative, being an air sign. Cancer would be some nurturing, and because Cancer is a moon sign, so would be quite nurturing like a mother. So all different signs have different meanings and their definitions. We will be learning them all through, and let's go ahead. And if you want to know your Lagna and you want to know details of what your Lagna means, you can share your birth time, birthplace and birth details to me, and I can interpret the details for you. Now coming on to the moon sign. So your moon sign is another most important and significant part of your Vedic birth chart, and it reveals the side of you that even the Lagna and sun sign doesn't explain. So let's break it down in a simple, intuitive and a spiritually meaningful way. So moon sign in Vedic astrology basically is when the moon was passing, and when you were born, where was the moon in your birth chart, that would be your moon sign. So Lagna can be different, moon sign can be different. So what does moon suggest? So basically moon is considered as mind, mother. So moon is the mother also and the mind also. It also depicts your emotional side, because moon is an emotional. Moon is considered to be emotional. So it will also explain your emotional side. So in Vedic astrology, it will show how you feel, how you think, how you react, what you need emotionally, and what are your subconscious patterns. Interesting. It also shows your inner child. As if we talk about spirituality, it will show your inner child, your intuition. So basically what you think, what your mind think is your moon. So Lagna would reflect your outer side, moon will reflect your inner side. And now we will talk about why moon is so important in your birth chart. So basically moon represents your mind, which we say is manas. It will show how your thoughts shape. So even if a person is having depression or some problems, moon is going to tell whether a person is afflicted by thoughts or not. Your emotional needs. Basically moon tell you, the stronger the moon is, the more safe you feel, the more loved you feel. Moon also tells you that what are your natural instincts, that how you are going to respond or how you are going to react to a particular situation. It will also determine the nakshatra you are born, because wherever the moon is in a particular sign, in a particular nakshatra, we will definitely be talking about nakshatras later on in the videos, so don't worry about that. So it is going to tell about the deepest karmic layers of your chart. So that is why moon is really important. It is also important to understand your relationships, because the compatibility is often judged by your moon signs, not sun signs. And it also affects your daily habits, your daily mood, your mental health. A strong moon will definitely define your emotional stability, while a weak moon will define anxiety, your overthinking habits, your mood swings, and everything like that. So that is how moon affects your emotions, minds, and inner world. So if you talk about simple example, if your moon is in your Aries, you are faster emotions, you are quite impulsive, passionate and fiery in nature. If your moon is in Taurus, you are a bit calm, stable and sensual and grounded. And in Gemini, if you talk about, you are a bit restless, you are what happens, it's curious mind, you're too communicative and you want to be very fast. Moon is a faster planet, so you are quicker in thought making. And when moon is in Cancer, you are most emotional, nurturing, sensitive. While moon in Leo, you could be warm-hearted, expressive, proud and bit of dramatic. So if you also want to know where your moon is and how your moon is going to affect your life, just let me know that in details, or later, if you keep on following my videos, you will yourself tell what your moon is going to tell. Thank you. So now the sun sign. Sun sign is the most simplest, most famous part of astrology, but also mostly misunderstood. So let me give you a clear, soulful explanation that fits beautifully in Vedic astrology, Vedic wisdom about the sun signs. So the sun sign is basically the zodiac sign the sun was placed in the birth chart at your time of birth. So when you were born and sun was in Capricorn, then you have a Capricorn sun sign. If you are in Aries born, then the sun would be in Aries at the time of birth. So what does sun represents in astrology? So basically sun is your soul, as we have already told you, but sun also represents your father and your son. Yes, and how is it going to affect that? We will study them in detail in later videos. So now talking about the basic terminology for the sun, it is your soul purpose, your identity, your inner strength, your confidence, your vitality, your immune system. Yes, it is your life force. However, in astrology, we also take Jupiter as your pran. So we will study later on, but as per sun, it is your life purpose, your ego, but in a healthy way. If your ego is in a bad way, if it's a bad attitude, that means your sun is afflicted. Study that in later chapters. And why sun sign matters? Because sun shows your soul purpose, the mission of your soul. That is, mission of your soul means that how and what your soul is here to learn, and what does your soul want to learn in this lifetime. The sun in your chart also shows your leadership style. That means how you are going to shine, how you are going to influence, and how you are going to inspire. It shows your willpower, means the ability to take a stronger action. So sun is your willpower, which means your ability to take action and stand strong in front of others. It shows your confidence, that how well you are aligned with, how well you talk about, and your authoritative figures. The sun shows your father. Even the government officials also is shown and taken care by the sun when we read the birth chart in future. It's basically an authority. Sun is a bigger authority. The sun shines. It's about integrity, the timeline, the discipline. So sun is that. So in a nutshell, if we talk about sun sign, moon sign and Lagna, sun is your soul purpose, identity and vitality. Moon sign is your emotions, mind and inner world, while your Lagna is your personality, life path and your physical body. So that is how these three are going to affect your life. To study more about how sun affects your birth chart, moon affect your birth chart, or Lagna affect your birth chart, go on and just see your birth chart, where these signs are, and then when we will study your birth chart, the planets, you will be able to answer most of the questions. Thank you.